This week, I'm going to lead you through a short yoga practice that you could do even daily to give your spine the 6 movements that it needs to stay healthy. Let's get started. For this week's practice, you don't need any props, just your practice space and yourself. And then we're going to start in child's pose. So when you are ready, just bring yourself onto all fours, and then from all fours, round your spine into child's pose. Now you could have your knees close together, or you could open your knees out to the sides. Where do you feel you could find a rather comfortable child's pose? Arms could stay extended overhead, or you could bend your arms. You could bring elbows to the mat. And then take a few breaths here. Allowing your pelvis to gently drop down towards the feet. And allowing your head to sink down towards the mat. And you could send your breaths towards the back side of your body. Just allowing yourself to feel all that space that you have for each breath. Allow shoulders, allow neck to soften. And let's take a couple more breaths here, in and out. So this has been already our first forward bend for the spine. And then with your next few breaths, when you feel ready, just slowly bring yourself onto hands and knees first. And from hands and knees, slowly lower yourself down onto your belly, leaving your legs long behind you. And then as you inhale, peel your chest off the mat for a Sphinx pose. So now slide your elbows, your forearms on the mat. And we find our first back bend for the spine. You could keep your palms facing down towards the mat. You could also turn your palms up towards the ceiling, or palms could be facing each other. Here as well, keep the tops of the shoulders soft and just gently pull your chest forward, finding a bit of activation in the upper back. Legs could be wider apart as well if that feels better in your back. And take another breath or two in and out here. And just notice where you find space in this back bend for your breaths to move in, and where the breaths could release tension. And then slowly start to release your chest back down on the mat. And now open your left arm out to the side, a bit like a T shape. And then we're going to press down with the right hand on the mat and roll on top over that left arm. So you can step your right foot behind that left leg. So your right knee is turning up towards the ceiling, finding a gentle stretch on the maybe inside of that left arm. In the chest area, you can get a stretch around the shoulder, and you might find some twisting in your spine. Take another breath or two in and out here. Make sure there's no pain, no pinch in the joints, but looking for a gentle stretch in the arm and the shoulder. And then we're going to exhale, release back to center, come back onto your belly. And we'll do same to the other side. So now open your right arm out to your right side, left hand pressing on the mat, and then just roll yourself over on top of that right arm so that you can step your left foot on the mat behind that right leg. And again, breathing here. If you feel that there is a painful sensation in that right shoulder or arm, you can always adjust. You might slide that right arm higher up or lower down in relation to your shoulder and back. Take a couple more breaths in and out. And then, after those couple of breaths, slowly come back onto your belly, releasing the pose. And now bring both hands under your shoulders. And as you inhale, lift yourself onto hands and knees. And from there, slide your right knee a bit further forward. Step right hand further forward and extend the left leg behind you. We're going to go into the gate pose. So now, as you inhale, turn towards the long side of the mat. You can step your right foot behind you. And as you inhale, reach your left arm up. And exhale, you'd reach left hand away from the left foot. So now you're opening the left side of the body and finding a side bend for the spine. You might turn your nose down towards the mat if that releases the neck. Right hand gently pressing down through. So right hand pressing down onto the mat, onto the floor. Take another breath in the side bend. And then as you exhale, slowly release the left hand down. Turn your belly, your pelvis towards the mat. And now push down through both hands. Step your right foot to your hands. Leave left hand on the mat. And as you inhale, now twist towards the right knee. And you can keep reaching your right arm up. Or you could start to open your chest even further up towards the ceiling. So right arm could go behind you. You might want to bend the right arm, maybe bring that right hand behind the back. That might release the shoulder, but just finding a bit more active twisting here. You might look up, you might also look down towards the mat. Take another breath in and out. And then as you exhale, slowly release the twist and bring both hands on the mat. We're going to step into a downward facing dog. So step your both feet back. You could walk a bit from one foot to the other. You could walk from one hand to the other. Maybe shake the head a bit from side to side. Reaching the pelvis away from your hands, head dropping down. And then we're going to go into that gate and that twisted lunge on the other side. So now, from that downward dog, bring your left knee on the mat. Leave your right leg long behind you and step your left hand a bit further forward on the mat. So you could now turn towards the other long side of the mat. As you inhale, lengthen the right arm up and then exhale. Slowly move into that side bend. So now the right arm going overhead and trying to open that right side body up towards the ceiling. Finding maybe some opening in the right side ribs. Maybe you feel some opening lower down, maybe all the way down in the hip flexor area. Take another breath in and out. And then slowly bring that right hand back down. Turn your chest, your pelvis towards the mat. Now press down through both arms and step your left foot to your hands. Right hand stays down and we're going to inhale, twist out to the left. And again, you could reach the left arm up. Or you could start to open your chest further, so left arm goes a bit more behind you. can also bend that left arm, bring the back of the hand behind the lower back, behind the pelvis. That might release the shoulders and it might give even more space for that twisting. Keep breathing. Take another breath in and out here. And then we're going to release the twist, bring hands on the mat, and again step into a downward facing dog. Take a few steps here. In downward dog, you might find a bit of lengthening through the spine. You might open your chest towards the mat. That might give a nice stretch around the shoulders as well. And then slowly from downward dog, exhale, bring your both knees on the mat. And then bring yourself sitting sideways on the mat. Opening your left leg out to your left side. Bringing right leg in front of you. So like a half butterfly pose. From here, slide your left hand along that left leg. And then as you inhale, bring that right arm up. And exhale into another side bend. And here you have same options as in that twist. So you could keep that right arm up, but you can also bring that right arm behind the back if that releases your shoulders more. You're still in a side bend even if the arm isn't up. You might look down towards the mat if that releases the neck. And take another breath or two in and out. So again, let the breath create space, open up space where space is needed today. And then slowly start to inhale and bring yourself back up. You can let that right arm pull you up. Release your arms and now leave your left leg extended. We're going to turn towards that left leg and then either bring your right foot on the inside of that left leg, half butterfly, or you can come into half shoelace, cross that right leg on top and over that left leg. We're going to go into another forward bend. So as you inhale, reach your back slightly forward. And then as you exhale, round your spine. You can walk hands further forward along the mat. Just slowly, slowly rounding your spine. Head can come down. And we're going to stay here a few breaths. Just like in that child's pose in the beginning. You could focus on breathing towards the back side of your spine. Breathing towards the back of the ribs. Notice if you want to point or flex your ankles, your feet. Does that change where you feel the pose or how the pose feels like? Try to release the back of the neck. We'll take another breath in and out. And then as you inhale, slowly bring your back, your neck, your head up. Open your chest. And then we're going to do same to the other side, starting from that side bend. So release the legs, change legs the other way around. So now right leg open on the side. Slide your right hand along that right leg. Inhale, lengthen up through the left arm. And exhale, leaning a bit further into that side bend. Maybe keeping that left arm overhead. Or again, you could choose to bring that left arm behind the back. And head can lean out to the right side as well. Might turn your gaze down if that feels better in the neck. And breathing here. Let the heavy pelvis sink down. Let that left buttock, left hip sink down. Although you are leaning away from that left hip. Take a couple more breaths in and out here. Just enjoying the side bend. And then as you inhale, slowly, slowly lift yourself back up again. That left arm could pull you up. And release the arms. We're going to turn towards that right leg. You could either bring your left foot on the inside of the right leg, or we could go for that half shoelace, crossing that left leg over on top of the right leg. Slowly walking hands further forward. Inhale, reaching gently forward. And then exhale, rounding the spine, releasing the neck, the head down as well. And it's a forward bend for the spine. It doesn't necessarily mean that you feel it along your back or neck. You might feel this more in the legs, and that's very fine. And again, just focus on your breaths. Let your breaths, let the gravity help you slowly sink into the pose. Softening between the shoulder blades, softening at the top of the shoulders. Take another breath in and out. And then as you inhale, slowly and bring your back up. And you can roll the shoulders, release the legs, and then bring yourself to lie down on the back. Keep your knees bent. Just bring yourself onto your back. And do a couple of windshield wipers. A bit of twisting for the spine, swinging the legs. And then we're going to go into the bridge pose. So bring your legs to center, leave your feet on the mat. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lift your pelvis off the mat, lift the back off the mat. And now you could walk your shoulder blades closer together. If you want, you can bring hands together, interlock fingers under the pelvis, under the back. And opening through the front of the legs, through the belly, finding a back bend. In the lower spine, in your upper spine, there's a forward bend. As your neck is folding forward, especially if you bring more weight towards the shoulders. You might even find or feel a stretch in your neck. That's fine as long as it's not painful. Take another breath in and out. And then slowly, slowly release the arms. Bring your back, bring your pelvis onto the mat. And then do a few more windshield wipers. You could open arms out to the sides. Just releasing the hips. Finding one more twist along the spine. And then once you've been on both sides the same amount of time, release the legs, find Shavasana pose. Arms, hands could rest on the mat, on the floor, or you could bring hands onto your belly. And give yourself a couple of minutes here. If you feel that there's tension in the neck, you could rock your head from side to side. You could open and close the mouth, releasing the jaw, soften around the eyes. And give yourself a moment longer here just to notice the breath, observe the breath. Even on the busiest day, it's good to find some time pause and breathe. Allowing yourself to notice those in breaths and out breaths. Just let the breath calm down for a moment. Let your mind rest in observing the breath. Take a few more breaths here, in and out. A few just slightly slower breaths, slightly longer breaths in and out. And then if you know that you have more time, just stay here a bit longer. It's good to take some time to lie down every day. If it's your time to now start closing the practice, then in your own time, roll down onto one side, either side that feels easier, more natural to you now, and bring yourself up into a seat. We'll close our practice in a seated pose. It could be any shape of your choice where you feel you could leave your spine long yet soft. So leave your back rather relaxed. And if it's a part of your practice, you could bring your palms together in front of the chest. And as always, at the end of the practice, most importantly, thank yourself for taking some time to move, to breathe, to check in with yourself. And I thank you very much for joining in, for sharing this practice. Namaste. Thank you.